guest is someone overflowing with love. The type of person who'd lift a room by just being in it. They've battled through adversity and still chose kindness every single day. The kind of person who would give their last bit of energy if it meant helping someone else. But before we get into this, I want to say a huge thank you to Parliament Square Coffee for allowing us to film. But anyway, let's get into this. So Rachel, you're such a warm and welcoming person. Do you feel that comes from your upbringing?
Yeah, massively actually, now you've said that. My mum and dad give to everyone. Like, my mum had an accident a few months ago because she was doing something for a friend, and I was like, if you'd have stayed in the house, it wouldn't have happened. But yeah, my upbringing, definitely.
Would have done that?
Yeah.
So even like that example, your mum, it would be times where you put yourself before somebody else? For the good, for like a good cause,
Yeah, just
for
unknowingly,
a good reason.
like it's not
yeah.
like I do it because it's like, oh, I just go, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Or
You wouldn't even think, you just...
yeah, it's just there. So yeah, it's probably ingrained in me, to be fair.
Then let's just dive into your upbringing in general. How was this?
Upbringing in general was good, fun. Yeah, transitioned, like moved house and stuff, all exciting stuff to do as a kid. Went a lot on holidays. Didn't want for anything. Like, we could have it, we'd have it tenfold, do you know what I mean? Yeah, special. Very special.
You also said very blessed.
Yeah, super blessed. Like, my nan said that to us though. My nan always used to say to us, like, as kids, like, aren't you glad you're born into this family? Like, you could have been born somewhere else. And obviously as a kid, you just go, oh, yeah. But then on reflection and the people I don't know if she meant like materialistically that we were lucky, but I think she might have meant like the people. I'd like to think she meant the people, because that to me matters the most. Like, the people around us that we've had have been like catalysts for me and my family, like my brother.
Yeah, it was probably even just like the fact of having a roof over your heads and being with good people around you.
Yeah.
She probably was meaning like around that subject.
Yeah, I think so. I think she means, I don't know what she meant, but how I read it was like, just lucky to be in this family. But yeah, definitely like lucky.
How strong were your grandparents then for you? Because you said best people ever.
Yeah, they were there every weekend. There was never a moment we weren't with them. Especially my nan, like my granddad passed when I was young. I think it's his anniversary soon, actually. But yeah, my nan definitely, like, till she passed at 18, there wasn't a moment that I wasn't with her or didn't want to do something with her or for her. But yeah.
Yeah. So you said only one happiness in life is to love and be loved. Let's go into love. How vital do you think love is?
Love is everything. I think it's only the last few years that I realised how pivotal it is, and how much I give love. I never realised how much I gave it to people. It's just in me, and I'm so glad it's in me. Like, it's such a lucky thing and trait and characteristic to have. But yeah, it's everywhere.
It is. It shapes your identity. I think it gives you confidence as well by being able to give love out. You've got your self-love as well. It's confidence.
Yeah, it's in everything, isn't it? Like, every gesture is some form of love. Yeah, I just like knowing that I do that for people, and like, I'll tell people all the time that I love them. And I know people go, you should throw that around, but it's not. It's like, you don't know when someone's last heard that, and sometimes it's hard for people to receive. Like, and you brother have said this a few times, like, the love that we give to people, they don't always know how to receive it. I'm not saying it's always like the love that we give, but people
can be kind.
People don't know how to receive it, and it's like, I'll tell someone like, oh yeah, I love you, or I love that about you, or like, and I don't say it fleetingly, it might come across as that, but I'll always say to people like, I love them, I love you, see you later, because it's everyone's. It should be there for everyone, and I think it's makes the world go round, but it also you don't know when it's the last time you're gonna see that person.
Yes, of course, yeah.
Sadly.
So make it worthwhile and should tell them how you feel about them.
Yeah.
But like I just think in a whole topic of love, people misconception of what it actually is.
Yeah, it's the small thing. It's like you coming and asking me to do this. Like in some form there's an undertone of love in that. Like you love doing and creating this platform for people. So there's love in that, but then there's also within that filters into me then because you've gone, oh yeah, I had a lot of conversation with.
Well, it's the love of the conversation of like we connected in some way of like we enjoyed and loved the time we had of that conversation, so we were able to
then it could grow into and like people were like, what do you mean? Like, no, it's grown into this moment right now, hasn't it? But yeah, love's fast.
On the topic of love, do you think you've always known how to love yourself before others?
No, I've always put everyone's first before me. And it's got me in some bad places, in bad places. But in doing that, it then turned back the mirror of, okay, why are you doing this? And what elements of yourself do you love? What elements don't you? Do you even love yourself? Like through the turmoil and through all that, you do what you do. You don't ask the question, do you love yourself? But you then question the actions that you're doing. But behind the action is always a purpose, and it's like, okay, is that purpose love, or is it like a fear-based purpose? But I've always told people first, and I'm slowly learning.
It's slowly
You think you do, and then you find that you don't. And then you think you do, and then you find you do through like the lessons and like the redirections in your life. But you always love some form of yourself. Whether it's from a fear-based love, it's high frequency, yeah, I can go and do that type of love. I've learned a lot through the variations of love that I've been exposed to and that I've given. And then I've also loved me to an extent.
So at different times in your life, you've loved you at that moment, but then you've learned about yourself more.
I'll keep this short, but if you could like, share or subscribe, it'll help us keep these conversations growing, and it means a lot. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the episode.
So when we spoke, I asked you what your current goals were, and you said keeping happy, maintaining it, and improvement of your health. When we spoke, it wasn't always a case. How have you learned to stay where you are now, and what basically did you go through to get to this point?
So to maintain happiness is key for me. I always, like I've always been happy. Like my mum says, Rachel, I never known someone to laugh so much, and like I'll always try and laugh constantly. Like I could laugh now. I think that's my granddad. That day my granddad just always said, should we just have a laugh? So yeah, maintaining happiness for me is key, and it's going well. Doesn't look how I thought it would. Like I thought it would be in like a family, a house, all that type of happiness, like building that life. But it's a lot richer, the happiness I've got, than that probably would have given me, because that would have been a fear-based happiness. I think now this happiness is all like is so pure. And I don't, it's not like, oh, I've got to keep this happiness, I don't worry about it. It's just a natural flow now, like I am happy. And then what I've learned, the byproduct of that is my health is a lot better. When I wasn't happy and I thought I was happy, I was probably very depressed in that moment, which is nice to see that. I didn't realise I was. I wasn't like on my knees and don't get me wrong, I was in a bad place. Like the odd time I did think at like one point I was like, what's the point of me being here? But again, I didn't see that as me being down. There was still undertones of happiness around that. But then in the midst of that, my health was so bad with that. they've come, like depression and health go way hand in hand, and I've learned a lot. Like my body gives me so many mad signals. Like if I'm stressed or I'm doing something that I'm not sticking to me with, like my body's my signal, which sounds crazy for a few people, but I always say that the body does keep score.
Yeah.
Like I know if I'm like mentally stressed and I'm not seeing it and I'm sitting and I'm fine because I am happy, I'll get a rash and I'm like, okay, what am I not seeing?
Yeah. It's telling you something.
It's telling me something, and I always say that to people. I'm like, okay, like people hate me for it because if like especially running, I'm like, oh, my knee's gone or my back's gone. I go, well, what's that holding you? What's your back doing? It's pulling you back for a minute. It's asking you for a minute. It's giving you a feedback loop, a signal like should be seeing. So I constantly try and see that now, and like I play around with it in my mind. So like I struggled with female cycle for a while, and when I've like thought about it, because we all put things in our minds in different places, I'd off put it down because I was told when I was in a bad time, I would just put everything down. And I was so receptive and it did, and I couldn't get nothing off the ground. And when I played it, I was like, oh my God, my cycle's down. So now I'm like, okay, where is it? Or like, okay, what am I not seeing? And I've got it, I move it around a lot. And then that by having that awareness of my health and it's giving me a feedback loop, it then keeps me in check with my mental health because I'm like, okay, I know I'm happy, I'm okay, or well, I'm a bit stressed, I've got a rash yet, okay, I am actually stressed mentally, I'm not well, or I'm not happy, or my cycle's being delayed, what's going on? I can constantly feed that back, so I am maintaining it, and it's more like not maintaining a stress state, it's thriving. Like I'm thriving with that maintenance. Like it's key for me to be able to keep going.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting as well that I think it's a real skill that you're able to accept like the issue that's been arise,
Yeah.
and then actually changing it and using it for good.
Yeah.
Where some people will be like negative and hide it away and try and forget about it and leave it. You're like you've got that acceptance and then to go and
Yeah, I think it's because it's
change
been a discovery of process since 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Like to go into like the GP and like, oh, you might have lupus, we're going into all these tests, and I was in a bad way. Like when I look at photos, I think, wow, and my bloods weren't great, and I was like constantly working with a blood work coach because I was like, yeah, the NHS is great, but it was like it can't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. They couldn't do nothing for me. And then I had to sort of be forced to learn what my body was doing because everyone is different and that's so cliche, but everybody's body responds differently and we react to it more so now. Like we're in a reactive society, in a reactive state constantly, so we constantly react. I had that downtime to go, I need to respond to this, like you're giving me something here. It was hard. So hard to figure out and I'm still figuring it out now, but I don't react to it. Like my body, if I get like a slight rash on my finger or a bit of dry skin or something like that, I'm like, okay, well, you either need some form of like supplementation or you need to calm your nervous system. I respond to it, I don't react to it, and we're constantly feeding back. It's amazing me.
Yeah. Oh.
And like I'll always flip it like yeah, go and get the mental professionals, but also don't be scared to look back to you and go, okay, what do I need in this situation? Because I think that was they just put a blanket over me and was like, oh, you're under this umbrella. And I kept saying, no, it's not bad, no, it's not bad. And they were like, so much so they never got in contact with me again. Like, they've not even like took me off the register or nothing, but they've just not got back to me because I have figured it out myself.
Yeah, you've coped with it.
Yeah, and happiness is in the mist and the line of that. It's thriving. Both are thriving.
Amazing. Well, then you said that the growth has been wild. That's where the things that actually helped you. How do you think that felt to be like this way as a person now? That the growth's been wild.
Growth is you don't see it when you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never seen it, but now I'm like I have grown a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think like if you grow, you go through stages and you grow, but then like I think back to who I was before all like the trauma and the turmoil and the learning of like my health, I've gone back to that person I was in a stronger foundation. Yeah, I don't know, like it's hard to describe because the growth that I've gone through is I've not known I've gone through it until now. And you don't see that in the moment, like Steve Jobs in it, like you don't see the dots joining until you look back and you see them like come like together. That's the main thing. I think they think growth is just like full train, full pelt, go for it. It's not. Definitely not. Because you can't grow in that. Like you'll grow for a certain point, and I always say stage in like your life have that where it is like yeah, okay, it's a growth stage, but then growth is you might need to grow and just take a step and just be like, okay, I'm chilling for now. That is growth in itself. If you're someone who's constantly switched on, constantly going, you struggle to slow down. That then your growth. If you can grow in that slowing down phase, what there's only better's going to come from it.
Of course, yeah.
Because you only burn yourself out to that.
So what are the actual things that have helped you get through all the changes and become the person you are now?
My support network, the people around me have either been pivotal for that. The space they've done, like, even though no one's judged me, they've just created, like, for me to rant or for me to just be. And then they've been like, okay, next time do it differently. I had joke with some of the girls now and people I'm like, please, if you need to check me on something, check me on it now. Don't let me get, because I'm the type of person to give a lot of people benefit of the doubt and I'll allow them to punch me once. But it's not hard enough, so punch me again. And then it's full knockout and then I go, okay, I'll learn my lesson. So that's something I've learned is to get counsel from my people and keep the right people around me. Another thing probably would be the neurolinguistic programming coaching that I've done through my own pain in helping people. That taught me a lot about myself, of who I show up as and how I show up and the blind spot that I've had. So they are no longer blind spots, and then I'm constantly like, okay, there's another blind spot there. That's fine that you've had it, but don't let it go too far. And then physical output. A lot of I've changed the purpose of physical output for me. So at one point it was more sadly for a punishment. As a young girl, it's like I would be a size 6 and I was quite big as a kid, so I always judged myself on that. And I wanted to be smaller and make myself smaller and always exercise and loved it. Seemed healthy at the time because I was thin and I was active. But now the purpose of it is to get better, to get stronger, to
be happy.
to prove, to be happier, to prove myself that you can go and get that PB, but you're not doing it from like a PB to be skinny or like I can't eat all the burn calories. It's more of no, go and get that. But then that's grown me a massive community as well. So the people that I've met in that community who've gone, yeah, you can do that. Like big you up, like they bigged you up along the way. They've seen something in you that you've not seen in yourself. But I think they're the three things that I've learned is the people around you have been key, especially me and anyone is key for your growth. The NLP that I've done to learn about myself and the subconscious underneath that. That is always at play. We don't realise that the subconscious is at play. And then just don't be scared to check you. Like let them speak to you and give you the tough love that you need. I give tough love all the time. I give mums. I apologise for it after. I'm like, it might not have been, or I'd be like, maybe could have you maybe delayed telling them that or said it to them. But I'll always try to articulate myself in a way that I'd like to be received. But I'd always say tough love is probably now something that's massive for me.
It's honesty, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what we want. It's what we need. We need people to be honest with us. We need people to just show us the real truth. Because
you're showing up past, like, don't be scared to chat to me. Like,
of course.
Because I'm not doing it right. I think I'm doing it right, but I'm not.
No.
And that's what I always say is like, as long as there's love behind it, like I'm not saying your actions you can go up to be an absolute like diggy to people
Mhm.
because that's just not how you function,
No.
and you should. And don't use that as a word from a place of love. Like,
Mhm.
no, that action's wrong. But if your intentions are pure behind it and your actions fall short of it, then it lessens the blow. But you've also got to hold your hands up and go.
So then another factor that we spoke about that helped you was doctor, speaker, and best-selling author who's called Gabor Maté.
Yeah.
What has his work done that's really helped you, and what have you seen that you've really connected with his work?
Well, he's a I think is he a psycho? I can't remember his name. It's like his title.
I haven't got that on here.
He's a psychopsychologist, isn't he? So he
Yeah.
deals in like the chemical imbalances of the brain and he deals in addiction.
Mm-hmm.
But his book again, like The Body Keeps the Score.
Yeah.
That has helped me with my body.
Yeah.
So like, I remember reading one time that I read a chapter of it, and he said in it, it's like cancer is like, I always say like a throat cancer is something where you're either suppressing something or you're not speaking something or you're either speaking really nasty about people. And he, like, when I read that, like, that's a suppression. Like, you constantly suppress. We all suppress stuff in us. The only way for it to come out is through the body.
Mm-hmm.
So he taught me that through, like, just reading his stuff and hearing podcasts and hearing, like, clips of him and delving into his work. That was the catalyst for me also to go to myself, okay, what's your body telling you? Like, why have you lost your female cycle? Why have you got a rash? Why are you retaining weight? Why are you like having a breakout on your skin? Why have you got signs and symptoms of everything pointing to an autoimmune disease?
Mm-hmm.
With his work, then me wanting to figure out, okay, this is a puzzle here. Like, it's there's more to it than what you're saying, because I think people take a lot of the surface level stuff. So whether it be an infection, whether it be eczema, for instance, or like they'll go, oh, I'll just put this cream on top here, or I'll go to
But that's
the
masking it, isn't it?
yeah, it's masking it. But and then if you're masking that layer, what's underneath it? Because it's coming from a root cause. That's what, like, his work and my own discovering in my body was like, there's something deeper than this. And in a society that says it's not that deep, it is that deep. Like, life is deep. We are deep. Like, emotions run deep, and you suppress and you suppress and you put down. It's gotta come and bear its ugly head in some way. Like, I went through hair loss quite a lot as well. Like, that was a recurring thing for me. And to see that fall out in the shower, and you go, what, like, but it's only when you see that, then you can go, if you want to know, then you'll go, what's happening behind the scenes? Is it stress? Is it life? Is it, there's more to it? Do you want to see it? Or do you want to just go, oh, I'll take this tablet from the doctor and they'll grow me hair for me?
It's like an easy way.
It's an easy way.
It's like a way that it's not fully. You're never gonna fully learn from it because you haven't.
No, but his work taught me that, like Gabor Maté taught me that, to look at it and go and get medical help, go and see the people who resonate with you. You might need to go to the NHS or the doctor and be your fan of that. I was more holistic. I took more of a holistic approach. It was supplements, it was blood work. It was discovering what's going on in here. Like, in here is so key. Like,
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
like, people don't see, like,
if you're not good up here, nothing else is gonna work. Is it?
Yeah, like, this is the tone.
Yeah.
Like, this is everything. The voice that goes on, it channels straight into this. Like, it feeds into the, like, it's gut, isn't it? And so, Gabor's a guy, like, he'll resonate with some people, he won't resonate with others.
Well, I think it's amazing how he resonated with you at that moment in time, because
long before though, like, it was long before I needed them. But
that's great.
and then it come back round, and I was like,
so interesting.
Okay, the body keeps the score.
So that come into your life before you needed it, and then you had it when you needed it. Because when I was researching about him, his core idea revolves around the wounds we don't acknowledge become the patterns we repeat.
Yeah.
Which is basically what you've just.
And I do, like, a massive thing, like, constantly, like, I think that's why, like, I do try and, like, interrupt people's patterns. I don't do it consciously, but subconsciously I do intervene with people's patterns.
Yeah.
So like I'll always question someone in a way they've not been questioned. Like when people go, "Are you alright?" They go, "Yeah." I go, "Are you alright?"
Yeah.
And I'll look at them and I'll give them a nod, and it'll be like a sincere one.
Yeah.
And you go, "Yeah, well, why shouldn't I?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just checking."
Double checking. Yeah.
Like I'll
Yeah.
pattern interrupt, and if you can check your own patterns, your thought patterns and your thought process that then come into a habit and an action, which then come out into the body, which is performing the action. If you could constantly do them patterns and rip the band-aid off the wound, then yeah, he's just a guy.
I also want to ask while we're still on the top of this, how are you with knowing the like your language of the shape of your emotions? Are you because you've got to be a fool to be able to accept that. I was
So be it the language of my emotions.
yeah, so like the emotions and your behaviour, being able to know the understanding of them.
Yeah,
Must be difficult.
Yeah, I'll always question people's behaviour. Like not nastily, like not like like, but I'll always be like, okay, so they're acting in this manner because there's emotion attached to it. Like some people will be out and out, like divvies, and you're just like, oh, proper divvy, like stop it, and you can't put an emotion on that. But then sometimes I'll be like, no, there's emotion at play here. Like, why are they acting in that way? And for me as well, like, why have I behaved in that manner? Why have I allowed and enabled people's behaviour? Because something across my life, I've enabled a lot of people to treat me bad. And I've just done it because, and like I'll always say, oh, something must be going on at home, but that's enabling it. Like, there's an emotion attached to the action, but it doesn't mean that's right. I think that's for me as well. I'm like, stop enabling people's behaviours and your behaviour. What are you doing to people? How are you affecting people? There's an emotion to me. And they come hand in hand.
So then you've mentioned it, but I want to touch on NLP because it opened my eyes because I didn't know too much about it. So I'm just going to read out a little definition to people, and then I just want to get your understanding and just what it all entails. So NLP is a method of understanding how your mind works, how your thoughts and language shapes your emotions and behavior, and how you can reprogram those patterns into improving your life. I think that's a good definition.
Yeah. NLP it's hard because it's neuro-linguistic programming. So obviously you start within the brain, so it's the neuro-linguistic input. So you're receiving data constantly. So we receive the data that goes in. You've then got a linguistic format. So like how you hear things, how you see things. You then process that within, and then you program an output. So if you're obviously we always run on the same state, we live the same life every day. We get up for work, we'll brush our teeth, we'll get ready, we'll have the same lunch, for instance, or then you're going to do whatever you need to do. You live in the same life, so then you're just on that autopilot process. It's not until something comes in to either disrupt that state, that pattern, and interrupt it massively, then you can go, oh, I need the output then changes. That's why change takes time for people, because they don't understand that it's deriving from somewhere, it's deriving from internally, that you've took something in. Like you might be friends with someone might just look at you the wrong way to you, but they might just be not want to bear or something, and you've gone, oh, bad luck that just give me. And then you inputted that, and you've got a program because that at some point stuck to you. If that look means this, so then your outputs to go, oh, told them then, or she's doing it. I'm not gonna do that. Like, how dare they do that to me? So if you want to change something, you've got to go, okay, there's a few stages behind that. So NLP goes, okay, how are you putting that in? What's that look like in here, sound like, feel like? Then how will you improve your process? So you have to change the process, so then the output is different. That's how I understand it. And yeah.
How did you get into it?
I was personal training and online coaching at the time, and it wasn't, my health wasn't great. And I am like Kiefer, you've got to be a product of what you're selling, regardless of what you're selling.
Yeah.
And because my body wasn't aesthetically like a PT or a coach, I was like, I can't do this role. Like, I feel like I'm selling a lie. I wasn't, but at that time I was selling a lie. And then,
It's just.
sorry.
Okay, go, buddy.
Yeah, so I felt like I'm selling a lie. So then I was looking at going to psychology, but I thought I don't want to spend my time on theory. Like, I just want to go in and help people. And then I come across NLP, and it was like, okay, I'll have a look at it. And then I went and done the course, and it resonated with me massively. Some people it's not going to resonate with. It might freak people out to be like, well, you can do that. You can like sort of reprogram someone's subconscious. But it's always in good pure intentions that you've got to sign a waiver to do it and stuff, because it can be pivotal to people, because people don't even know they process stuff. Like I had a girl who had an eating disorder, and she didn't even know that when she was going into a binge, it changed colour. So all week she'd be blue.
Yeah.
Be fine, because she was in control of life. It come Friday, she stepped out of routine. She'd suddenly go from like a blue to like a lilac-y purple, like purple, and then it would go into like a reddy, a pinky red, and then it'd go red. And when she was in full binge mood, she'd have red around her. So I didn't want her to stop that binge, because I was like, if I stop that action, she's only going to replace it with something else.
Yeah.
Because we perform on actions as humans.
You always do, don't you?
Yeah. Like if someone, like I can't run at the minute.
Yeah.
So like that's gone away from me. I'm like, oh, I need something else. So that's what the word bait, to be fair. But with her, I was like, I can't take that action away from you. So I was like, okay, let's change how we do it, which is the neurological part of it. Like, let's change it in here, how it looks.
Yeah.
So she can then still be in control. So we were like, okay, rather than you go full blue to red straight away, can you change it to pink?
Yeah, okay. So we just gradually
change the process.
Yeah.
She's done it internally, so the outcome's different.
Well, nobody can do that. Nobody can go like cold turkey.
But people think they can.
But they can't, can they? Can't be a dramatic change.
But they think they can. They think that it's gonna change overnight, but then you can do it. It might last you a little bit. It might last you 2-3 years.
It's not sustainable.
But it's not sustainable, and it'll come in a different light, and you'll be doing it in a different way. And yeah, we just changed how she was, the colour of it.
Yeah. Which
she didn't know she had, and put pink on, not red. And it slowly slowed the process down. So then the action changed at the end. It wasn't a full binge. It was, yeah, I'm not biscuits by normal people, and I'm okay.
Yeah, that's really interesting. There. So I also want to ask how pivotal has it been then in NLP, and why would you recommend people even just doing a bit of research about it?
Because it just shows you blind spots in you. Like I journaled the beginning of the year, because my cycle had gone again, and I was like, what am I not seeing? And it was an in-depth journal of what I wanted, and within it I'd realised that those who've got their own business, and those that are like, or even very like career driven and stuff, you marry up, everything marries up very quick. So if you're your own business, if you're not going well, business won't be thriving as well. It could be going, it could be taking over. But with me, I'd married it up that quick that I literally when I drew it down, it was crossed, and I was like, whoa, I'd crossed my own physical entity with my business. So I was like, I can't put me down, because that means I'm gonna have to be gone. So I was like, the thing I'm gonna have to put down is the career right now. I can't chase that, because it's so intertwined, and just by doing that action of untwining, it creates the space and having that. So NLP gave me that. It gave me the ability to go, oh, that's how it's looking like in me. I didn't even know that. Having that space, health is thriving, coaching's going to be coming back, and it's going to be from a place of wanting it to succeed. So anyone who's not sure of linguistic programming, it just teaches you little blind spots about yourself. I'm not saying it might change your life, it might not.
But it can change your life in little ways,
in them small ways.
Knock on. and they do change your life.
It's
So
a
even if,
domino.
yeah, it's a domino effect, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
it's worth a look at.
When I asked you one line that sums you up right now, you said believing in magic. This interests me because it's very broad. Can can we speak about this?
Yeah, so this stage of life is believing in magic, and it's a
Mhm.
phrase I'll always say, like, that's magic,
Mm-hmm.
because
I've
it
picked
is.
up on that. You've said that quite a bit.
Yeah, like, I always view things as it's how it's unfolding. Like, just little things happen. Like, I didn't expect to meet me running coach at a running club, and now, like, he's setting me up for me London Marathon. But I said to him, like, the beginning of the year, he was like, apply for this race, apply for that race. And I was like, no, don't want that race. I was like,
Yeah.
I want a bigger race. Lo and behold, I got into London Marathon. And I would like to see this is why I don't do it. Because I always knew. You could say it's faith or whatever. You could say it's hold. Like I always say, like, hold on to the hope. Holding on to hope gets you far. But I always believe that there's magic around in everything. Like, it's in the small things that people don't always see. But yeah, magic's everywhere.
Do you think it's a belief as well? Magic. I think it's a belief because then obviously you're believing in the magic, but let's go back onto the example of the runner. You also had a belief in you that you would get that.
Yeah,
Would you say it is?
it's the belief in yourself, because
Mhm.
obviously then you vibrate higher, you give off better, and
Yeah.
you're going to attract better. But I think the magic part is because you don't know it's going to happen,
Yeah,
or
you
if
don't
it's
know,
going to
yeah.
happen. And I'm not talking like, oh, it's like some cards, and
Yeah,
like not that magic, which is pretty impressive to anyone
Yeah.
who does that. But yeah, it's always unfolding around me. Like, it's in the subtleties. Like, I've got 222.
Mm-hmm.
That is because that's my nan's number.
Mm-hmm.
My life went boom in 2022. There's a photo of me, and I didn't even realise 6 months later, of a door, and there's a door behind me with the number 22 on. And I was like, wow, like, people might think I'm freaking mad, but
No.
I believe that them little glimmers of magic around, they're there to either say, come on, keep going, or...
Well, it is a keep going because the magic is hope, isn't it?
Mm.
That's what magic is. It's giving somebody the sense of hope, isn't it?
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
I just like the idea. It's nice that I'd
That's
rather
what
have
I
that
mean.
idea than
It's a
be
good
like,
process to
oh,
be.
there's nothing happening.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
there's
it's
nothing happening, or the magic out there.
Mhm.
Like, it's so good.
Yeah, I love it. So as we know, you're big on magic and you're big on the universe. To be truthfully honest, I've never had, before we spoke, gave it much thought or been around somebody who's gave it much thought.
Really?
Yeah, not to be honest. So it was interesting to do a bit of research about it. Can you sell it to me? What do you get from it? Try and sell.
I always do it in abroad,
Mhm.
right? Because
Yeah.
I like to speak to a lot of people.
Of
Like,
course, do it abroad.
yeah, like,
sell it to the audience.
well,
There you go.
when I speak about it to people, it's more of like the universe is working for me, not against me.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that could be in however you believe that there's a greater being, or there's a greater power, shall we say, like a god, Buddha,
Mm-hmm.
Allah. Like, they're all this. To me, they are all the same. Please don't help me on that. Like, they're all super powerful. And that's a human being needing us. Like I always say, like, when you're in a time of need, you either pray or you hand over something, or you go, please someone or something, and there's an interjection there.
Mm-hmm.
That isn't by coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
To me anyway. That's something that is working. Your actions and who you are and what you want and what you're speaking is then therefore attracting that to you. Like, me mum, for instance, bless her, she'll go, oh, it's not one thing, it's another. And I go, yeah, it could be, but it depends on who's saying that. And you go, no, if it's not one thing, it's another. Or you go, oh, it's not one thing, there's going to be another thing better.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a tone, isn't it?
Yeah, it's how you're viewing it, what perspective you're putting on it. And I say to her, like, when you pray, like, we nearly lost my brother. And like, I was like, in that moment, you were praying, you were asking everybody to pray and rile up and that for you, and they come through. Like, that's powerful. So how you're speaking it and how you're thinking in everyday life, that is also the same. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just in a different context.
Yeah.
So yeah, people might think I'm very fairy on it, and I'll take it
No,
because I like to think that
it was just
there's
interesting,
more out
yeah.
there than, and there's more that can be opportunity, like opportunities presented to you.
Yeah.
If you think in that way, then
Well, like you said yourself, if nothing else, it's not a bad way to just review stuff and live, isn't it?
yeah,
Like I never thought of it that way, but if there if there's any way to feel and act and have the hope, it's that way, isn't it?
yeah, hope. Like I always say to people, trust the process and hold the hope,
Mm-hmm.
and them two things.
Yeah.
Just make everything
I
feel
like that, hold the hope. That's interesting. I haven't heard that one
yeah. I
before.
always say trust the process and hold the hope.
What does that mean? What does that entail? Hold the hope.
Hold the hope. I spoke to my brother about years ago. Like I'd come out of a relationship. He'd come out of a relationship, and I think we were on the phone, funny enough, and I just turned around and I just was like, it's when the hope's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, especially if someone breaks up with you, you go, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope maybe they'll work
Yeah.
with me, or like, there's that hope part of it. And it's once that hope's turned out and
Mm-hmm.
it's not there, and you
Yeah.
go, like, then you can't really go much more with it. So I always say now, like, hold on to the hope in a nice way, like, just hope it works out, or like holding on to that hope, like, that gives you more, like, there's a possibility of,
Mm-hmm.
rather than, like, there's nothing there.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
hope, isn't it?
And the trust in the process is, if you trust the process of how it's going to come for you, the holding on the hope with it, you've still got that belief, you've still got that fire to it,
Mm-hmm.
and the process will keep going.
As you might know, you give me a contact, Michael, your brother. We've already touched on how huge he is to you, a huge role in your life. So I asked him how he sees you as a person and his opinion of you. So the message was lovely. It was a good few paragraphs. I wish I could read it out completely, but I've obviously had to shorten it but keep the idea behind it. So
That's fine.
I'll give it to you
Oh, yeah.
afterwards. But I'll just read this out and then I'll get your opinion on it. Sister, guardian angel, and friend. Quite literally saved my life when I was rushed to hospital a few years ago. As traumatic as that moment was, it brought us closer in a way I'll always be grateful for. I'll never stop thanking you for carrying more than you should have and doing it without hesitation. I love the way you move through the world with love, patience, and compassion. How you hold people, soften the heavy moments, and become a safe place for anyone who needs it. You make life lighter, and I'm endlessly grateful for you. Love, Michael.
That's that.
It
That's magic. That
is.
it's magic,
It is.
isn't it?
I'll say the same. It's magic. What is it like for somebody to say that about you and give appreciation that fondly?
It's so reciprocal as well. Like I
Mhm.
think the world of him. Like he's he is magic. Like
Yeah.
he's a gentle soul. He's gorgeous. But it's so nice to hear it because you do take people for granted. Like
Yeah.
I know he loves me. Like I never
Yeah.
question that. Like the bond we've got. It's sort of put me a bit like it's took me words from me.
It's from there.
Yeah.
I think it does that, doesn't it? Because it's a moment where somebody's giving you so much positivity. We don't normally get that from somebody, do we?
No, sadly it's only
Yeah.
when we pass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like sorry to load the tone, but it
I
is
know what
only
you
when
mean. Yeah.
like you go, oh, we should have said that to them or
That's what I mean. So I think that's why I wanted to always add this part. I've never really explained to people why I've added this part in, but I like to add parts in where we uplift the person and we find that person out on a deeper level. You only find somebody out by speaking to somebody really close to them.
yeah, like
And
that.
yeah, that's it.
That's I can't. I really want that. I want that. I want that in writing. It's gonna be like that. But you know,
You're gonna run.
look at this.
Oh, well, before we finish the conversation, I have a closing tradition on the podcast, and it's called the walkaway. And the question is, If somebody walked a day in your shoes, what's one lesson I've learned?
Life is magic
Mhm.
and love is everywhere.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.